Alrighty, so the first thing is I realized I forgot to give you the commit code for this video, the first on loops. So do your commit before you start on this one and say writing the average MPG using loops. Okay, so now that we know this, right, let's do a little cleanup on the file. Let's get rid of this because we no longer need it, right? We know how to do the average, so that could be gone as well. And because it's been bugging me since the beginning, I'm going to say track MPG and cost. Okay. And actually, I could just put, I don't know. And this would be a great example, right? I'm not doing it right now, but using multi-line where you select multi-lines, and I'm on a different keyboard, and I'm almost on a different keyboard every day. So I think that's why sometimes I struggle with using some of the keyboard shortcuts, but I need to get better at it as well. Okay, so now that we've calculated, right, average MPG, miles per gallon, based on the input of into the array, how could we do the cost, right? And so we're still in 13, right? So we're still here, just running through this, okay? And let me go look at that real quick. That's good that I saw that track. Mhm. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I did it there. Did anybody catch that? Hmm. And how about that? Much better. Let's see, average online. And this is part of what let's see, calculate. I should have changed that by accident. So funny when you see somebody else make errors, right? And you're just typing along. This actually is a good kind of check for you to go, hey, did I catch that? And it's okay if you didn't, right? It's just part of coding. Trust me, writing errors, creating errors, writing code that's not exactly correct is why I love. Oh, by the way, since we're talking about this, using dev tools, there's another product you can actually have built into VS Code that I've not had a lot of success with, but does something very similar called Quarka that will do line by line as you're writing it as well. But I find, you tell me, um, again, I asked this before, so let's ask it again in your README file, right? How well are you learning the dev tools? Like, give me, are you increasing your skills? What new things have you discovered in this process of writing code, loops, and arrays about dev tools? Is there something, right? So, like, one thing here, we could look at locally scoped variables, right? We could look because right now we're inside of this function, so those are local to there. We've talked about the call stack. Matter of fact, let's actually look at the call stack again because I think the call stack is worth looking at before we go into the next concept. So if we step into here, right, we run through this code, right? So where are we at in the call stack? Is we are from the global scope, we're calling track. And then from track, we're calling DOM, update the DOM. And then once we finish the DOM update, then the control is returned to track MPG, right? So in this case, once that's done, and then we would go all the way through, it would be here. Then we'd see just this call stack because the only thing we're calling here is MPG. Okay, or calculate MPG average. So keeping an eye on that, keeping an eye on the scope, concepts of variables, right? The script and what's in there. And it shows us here the breakpoint. So just, we're learning more and more. So that's one thing I want you to put. Okay, so now let's come back to here. So here's my question for you. How would we, and I think this is where I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to give you a little assignment, right? And then I'll show you my answer. I'll actually do a short video. But I think in this one, let's see, where are we at? This is our second one. Yeah, I think for the end of this one, I'm going to give you a little challenge, right? So I want you to calculate average cost now. Okay. So how would you do that? Given what we've learned, given what you now know, how would you calculate average cost? And give it a try. See if you can write the code, right? Give it a try. Commit that code no matter what it is. Before you look at the solution, commit your code, right? So what do you want? And the commit message would be commit message would equal my, sorry, your dash m would equal my code for calc. Just take calc average cost. Cost. There we go. Okay. Remember, the idea here is that I'm going to give you the solution, but I don't want you to look at it until you attempt it. See if you can get working code that actually outputs to the page, right? So we know how we've done average MPG. And also, by the way, fix that round right there. That would be pretty easy to do given what we know. See if you can do that. That's your challenge for this assignment. I'll do one more video where I show you how I would do it. Okay.